go. All right, so we're here with AshetoMouth, Gold 3 ADC player. What's up, my man?
Not much.
All right, so we're gonna review one of your games right off the bat. You got Renekton, Graves. Okay, these are all pretty standard lanes, except you have sets. Well, it's becoming more standard, but it wasn't standard at the time. So, what are your thoughts here? What does your matchup look like to you?
I like the matchup. Twitch seems to give me a lot of trouble in most games. Honestly, I don't know why, but I usually lose to Twitches.
Okay, so in the 2v2, how do you think this plays out?
This plays out well, actually. This game, I don't know if that's how it should play out, but
Well, good. Spoiler alert. It plays out well. No, in this situation, honestly, I think that you probably lose the 2v2 unless it really depends on how much poke you get off before you fight the 2v2, right? Because in an all-in scenario, depends on who fights who. If he all-ins Twitch, as long as you can continuously do damage to Twitch while avoiding the counter all-in from Set, right? Because he has insane early game burst, and like you can't kill him because the more damage you do to him, the bigger his shield gets, right? So if you are able to get on the Twitch, you're probably good. If they're able to get on you, well, then you probably lose because you probably have enough burst to kill their ADC, they have enough burst to kill you. So, how I see this thing working on your favor is your W is a good poke mechanic. He doesn't really have a counter poke, and he only does all in. He only really does all in. Considering you have all in, poke, no poke, and about the same level of all in between the two of these, right? You probably have the laning advantage here, but it really depends on how well your supports play as to who wins the 2v2. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, let's see how it plays out. But anyway, it's good to visualize or think about that, like kind of before you really start the game, because it'll give you expectations as to how you should do your laning phase.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Let us feel the coming of change. Grant us the freedom to travel in safety.
Good. Oh, God. It was always a race to right there. So good you did
Yeah, I
that.
try to spam click as soon as we get out the gate to get there so we have vision.
Your cow is not doing so hot, so okay, real quick,
Yeah.
because he did not leave platform, move to over here.
Okay, so I can see both.
Yep. Because they could be invading you. And normally one of you would stand here, the other one would stand there, and you'd have a good idea if they're coming, right? But your Alistair's left you high and dry, so because of that, move down. But also, like, if you got here fast enough, you know whether this bush has somebody in it or not. So if you didn't get there fast enough, never walk through here.
Okay.
Right? If you do get there fast enough, well, then you know if they're in that bush or not. Okay?
Yep.
Minions have spawned.
I'm going to speed this up a little bit.
The ice is not pain, it is surrender. I hold a bow of true ice.
Okay. Right here, you guys made a mistake.
Showed purely.
Yeah, they know now for a fact that he started red. By the time you show, your minion should be at about right there. Well, that's a little much. Didn't mean to go that hard. Should be about right there in terms of health.
70, 60%.
Yeah,
in that
something
area.
like that.
Okay.
And so then at that point you walk out and then you can start shooting or whatever. But showing this early is just like, I didn't leash. Or I give the world's crappiest leash. Anyway.
Hold my heart.
All right. This is good. That's bad. Okay. So while I'm not coaching Alistair, what he just did was terrible.
They took half of his health
Yeah,
bar.
like 4-0. So if you watch, he's going in to do that. This is okay. I don't love this, right? And the reason I don't love this is because you gain nothing from popping your stack on the first wave, right? Like
Yeah,
you don't
I
have
usually...
you don't have hit points to gain.
Dad, excuse me.
Max, I told you I'm recording, buddy. Yeah, that's cool. What? All right. Okay. Anyway, you don't have any stacks to gain, and pushing this wave doesn't really help you. It's the second wave that matters, right?
Yeah, you usually want to save them for a level 2, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the other catch. Like you can do this because it starts the timer for cooldown, right? So if
Okay,
you
gotcha.
pop it first wave, then you'll have your next stack up faster. So you maximize gold generation, but if you're gonna get level 2, then you don't want to do that. You want to freeze the wave. Because if you push this wave hard enough, it'll stall out like right here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't want to do that because if you stall out right here, you don't have any room for your level 2. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
So, anyway, the race like begins on the tail end of the first wave, and then the second wave crashes, and then you're in a real race for who gets level 2. But right here is what I'm talking about. So he walks forward. And I mean, keep in mind, he's only got pulverize. So he just takes 1, 2, and for this minion, that makes...
Yeah, you don't want to use them on caster minions either,
you don't want to use them on caster minions because you make less money. And he's pushing the wave to exactly where I told you I didn't want it to be, which is right here.
You're open to ganks. You can't do the level 2.
You're open to ganks. You've lost too much of your health for a level 2 all in. Dude, Max, what did I just say to you? I said, be quiet. I'm recording a video. Okay? Thank you. Anyway, he's too low for a level 2 all in. He has now pushed the wave where you don't have room for a level 2 all in. Your level 2 is screwed. So at this point, you still want to get it first because you can be stronger. And by the way,
Yeah.
Okay. This is a very small thing, so I'm going to back it up.
Okay.
But that minion, whoop, didn't mean to do that. And I'm going to back it up a little bit more and go. Okay, so right here, this minion, you walk like all the way back up here to CS it when it's right there. You want to actually keep pressure tight at all available opportunities. So the only reason you should be walking backwards is if you're getting ganked or if something else is going on or you're going to go ward. And if you're going to go ward, then that's cool. Go ahead and snipe this guy on your way to go ward. You see what I'm saying? But like, ideally, you want to be standing as close as possible to the dying minion.
Gotcha.
Because when he goes to shoot it,
I
you
can
shoot
pop
him.
Yeah.
Right? This is just conceding pressure and lane presence. Keep in
Yeah,
mind,
that's something I need to work on is pressuring CS, I guess.
keep in mind, he's already doing that because he's standing too far back. Have I told you about the 90-degree thing before? Well, I'll just tell you now. This is the line of your lane, right? Anytime that you are on a line with your support, you need to be as close as possible to being on the same line at 90 degrees to this line.
Gotcha.
Because that's like see how these guys are? Pretty damn close. Right? I can draw one line and hit kind of both of them.
Yeah.
Right? You guys are pretty close to that. If I drew that one line, it would still hit like there, but it doesn't quite hit him either. There's about a flash between you guys. Between them, it's like half a flash. And depending on what champions you have and stuff like that, this may be good or this may be good, right? But like, you generally want to stay within the same kind of 90-degree angle with your support. Because if you think about effective range, right? So I'm going to draw it on them because it's easier this way. But if I'm drawing effective range, Twitch's auto attack range is like here, right? His pot can throw to about here, and then it'll splash to about here. You know the poison pot, right?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay. So the poison pot will splash to about here, which makes this his maximum effective range. But even in this range, you're not really that much in danger because the only thing he could do is throw a poison pot and expunge. Right? This is his true kind of effective range, or most effective range is right there. Right? Well, it's a little bit further than that, so it's more like that. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. If I did the same thing with Set, his E hits like this on either side, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then his W hits like that. And that's really it for Set's effective range. But this has to really be hit first. And the W doesn't really do much unless you've already taken a lot of damage, or you can hit them in like the true damage zone, which is dead ass in the middle, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So if I
Actually, I didn't
take,
know that it did true damage.
if it hits you in the middle line, it does.
Yeah. Okay.
This
Cool.
does not, this does not, this does.
Gotcha.
Okay. So if I overlap those two things, then if I draw, and this is like, I'm taking all of their stuff, right, in their most dangerous range. I draw a circle, that around Twitch, and then his is the most dangerous range is like right there. So I draw a circle around him, and where these circles overlap, which would be like this whole pie here. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's your most dangerous range. Like you never want to be alone in those two circles.
Okay.
Like right there. Now, if I did it for you guys, I'm going to draw a circle for Alistair, which is headbutt pulverize. Pulverize can hit about this far, or headbutt can hit about that far, and pulverize about that far, right? So I already drew a too big. It's more like that, right? Yours is your W range, which is really fucking long, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the ones that kind of cross over for you guys would be this area here based on whatever, right?
Yeah.
So if you ever get Twitch into this red area, you're in great shape, right? You should trade with him, especially if you can stay out of theirs, right? Because remember, theirs is like somewhere in this range, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, how does this change if I move Alistair up to here, where he should
Twitch
be?
is almost in it.
Because remember, you guys should be in a line, right?
Yeah, it pretty much puts him in kill range.
Right. So Alistair's kind of ends, his pulverize would end about right there, and then yours hits like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he is that far from danger zone right here, if I put Alistair in the right position. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now let's change this a little bit more. If I put Alistair in the right position and you in the right position, then he is in the range.
Gotcha.
And he has to back off. And that's literally the difference in standing here versus standing here.
So that's something to work on with my duo, for sure. I don't know if
Yeah.
I can trust rando supports to do that.
No, you can't. But keep in mind, you need to be on this line with your rando
Gotcha.
support.
Yeah.
Like that's something you can work on,
Yeah.
right? But the difference in pressure between standing here and standing here is huge. This is how you win a laning phase. Is if you're both standing here, and every time he goes up to CS, he pays for it, then you're doing pretty good, right? Like he'll have to back off to surrender this because he doesn't want to trade all that life for it, and that's fine, right? I mean, keep in mind that's the circles I'm drawing are for level 2, and you guys are still level 1.
Mm-hmm.
So realistically, this is another thing to think about. Your circle, remember, is huge because you have W, right?
Mm-hmm.
His circle is not because he has expunge. So his is just his auto attack range, right?
Yeah.
Which means that if I'm drawing this out, where you're standing right now, well, it's actually even a little further than that. So let's go to there, because that's about how far your spread would go. Hit like that, right, and go to right there, right? That's your W.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. In the event your W is up, he has this much space to safely CS, right? At
Mm-hmm.
level 1, you have this much space to safely CS. You can use the difference between this and this to push him out.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Like, Caitlyn is the queen of this.
Mm-hmm.
Because her auto attacks, you have an extra, like, 50 to 75 range or more on that than everybody else does. So you can literally stand right here, and before he even comes up to CS it, you can shoot him and then back off. Why do you back off after you shoot him?
Reset your attack timer.
And because he can't shoot you back. It's a free trade. You shoot him and fade back, he can't shoot you back. If you shoot him and then he shoots the CS, then you step forward and shoot him again. And then back off. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the kind of pressure that champion can exert. And the reason that champion can exert that pressure is because the distance is enormous, right? The difference in distance is enormous, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's exploitable. Now, remember I told you like flash or headbutt pulverize is like that for him.
Yeah.
Add flash to
With
it.
flash, it's in range. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's another thing to think about whenever you're drawing these circles. Like sets is actually like to here, but then with flash, it's to here. Still not in range of you right now. Right?
Yeah.
But remember, you're only really in danger. Unless this guy can just 100 to 0 you, you're only in danger whenever the two overlap. Okay?
All right.
See, like this, you went all the way back here. You just gave them the ability to walk from here to here uncontested. So he can CS that minion because you backed off so far. But if you just stood here, shot over your shoulder, and then when he stepped up, shot him, you pressure him. He has to trade life for this.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it definitely does.
Okay, keep going. Nice, okay.
Let's see how close they can get.
Okay, one thing. So when you know I see you are going for level 2, right? Because you never stop auto attacking. So clearly you understand the way you're doing is going for 2. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Ping this guy. Ping him. Help me. That's a flag.
Okay.
Right? So ping this, and ping assist. Assist. I'm really bad at drawing fat flags, but you get the idea. So you indicate to him, like, I'm going.
Hit the wave, yeah.
There it is. There's your flag. It's an
Beautiful.
American flag. Anyway, you ping assist me, assist me, assist me. I'm going, I'm going, I'm going. So he knows that when this minion dies, it's game time, right? The other thing is you need to be in engage range when the last minion dies to capitalize on level 2. The biggest mistake that people make is they CS from here when the dying minions are like here, right? They get level 2 and the other people go, "Oh shit, they got level 2." Back off, and then you have to go forward, and then you don't do anything. Nothing happens. They lose a minion or two, right? Like you need to be ready to be on them. See, like right here, like you walked from here to here, walk from here, this like straight at them.
Gotcha.
And then hit this on the way, and then you're already in. If you're standing here, you're already in auto attack range of Twitch. Just in the same, like this distance and this distance are roughly the same, but this one's in auto attack range. Right? Now, problem, you can't do that. Why?
Because he's too far away from it.
Uh-huh. He's way back here. If you're up here, you're a full 2 flashes out of your 90-degree rule. That's why I said you got to ping this guy to let him know, like, you need to be moving forward. We're going. Because I'll tell you, his headbutt pulverize and your, well, you don't have W because you used it on the wave, but your W and then Q, if you auto like 2 or 3 times, this guy's dead. So, okay. Okay, well, give me a second. Okay, anyway. So yeah, you have level 2, but you're really doing nothing with it. You got off 1 poke.
No fate is written except by us.
Okay.
You face an iceborne.
Good. Okay, I'm going to deconstruct that fight. This was after. Okay, we're going to go, whoops, didn't mean to do that. We're going to go to playback speed half. Okay, so he screwed up here going for that.
Going for the side.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, he was going for the minion. He wanted to auto the minion to get the cannon to give it to you.
Okay.
Like, that's what he was doing. 1, that's unnecessary. The cannon has literally a butt ton of health, and his auto attack wouldn't have even have executed it anyway. And 2, he's walking right into the overlapping circles by himself.
Almost in tower range, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's the other thing is, if I were to draw a 3rd circle for tower range, it's right, not quite like that. Right? So he's real close to disaster, and he cannot engage on Twitch. And because of that, that's even worse. So this is just real bad, right? Keep in mind, he also walked from here to here, and your guys' lines are all fucked up. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Versus theirs are like real, like a lot closer, right? This versus this. This is better. This overlaps, right? And so this is bad. This is always going to result in a bad trade, okay? Because he's overlapped on, and your range and then autos. So he's in your range, and you need to immediately start doing damage to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would auto him, shift down, and then W
And then
across.
W.
So you
Okay.
hit both.
Gotcha.
So, because you like hit a minion, then you W'd, and you didn't do a whole lot of damage.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like,
Yeah,
you
for
lost
sure.
a lot of damage into the wave. And then he headbutted the cannon. And see, this is the true damage line I was talking about.
Right. Okay.
Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he messed your guy up. You've got to return more damage onto Twitch. Good. Good. Okay, at this point, he's spent, so there's nothing he can do. You're
Yeah.
in queue. Twitch is already expunged. You could have kept trading there.
Okay.
For one, maybe
That's
two
what
more
I was
auto
just thinking
attacks.
that. I at least needed to hit him one more time.
Yeah,
The
like
range
one,
difference.
maybe two more. If this guy goes for that cannon, he's an idiot. Okay. And see, if you had gone for one, two more auto attacks there, then this dude would be right here in his health, and you two could just flash on him and kill him.
Makes sense.
The Freljord shall unite.
I don't know that he should go in here. I don't think he has enough damage to survive, and they just got 3.
My people know only cold.
Oh, that's
hardship.
a poor ward.
I will teach them peace.
This isn't your duo, is it?
No. God, I missed a lot of CS.
Yeah. Your CSing could be better, but it's not atrocious. You should see mine mid. It's terrible. I am not. Oh, now. Okay. Back up. Okay. Watch here. Alright, you've thinned out the wave. You've shot him. That's fine. That goes that way. This guy's just leaving, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're both still here. Right here, you do nothing. But here?
I need to go.
I mean, he's in engage range. You're in engage range. Circles have overlapped, right?
Mm-hmm.
You need to be trading on this guy immediately.
Okay.
Right? This guy is out of the picture. He is a full, like, 3 flashes away. You guys could trade on him, probably kill him before he can even react. Oh, especially whenever he walked forward to right here. You backed off. Like, your back is turned.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why are you scared of this
know.
little bitch? Just shoot that son of a bitch, right?
I was born into poverty. All Freljordians are.
Okay. The other thing about that fight, like whenever he did that,
I should have flashed.
you should have flashed to put the slow on him so that
Okay.
Alistair can finish his chain punch. Because if you do that, you probably kill him. And you also have heal that would have given him the movement speed to get it.
Movement speed, yeah.
So that was a
that
kill. Okay, and again, he's back. There's no reason you again, look at his health and look at yours. Who wins an all-in right now?
Yeah, we do.
No, I mean, just you versus him. Take your support out of the picture.
Yeah.
Like, you'll tank a minion wave, and that'll cost you about that much health. Right? But you still win this. Right? Even though you don't have W, it doesn't matter. You still probably win this. And you still have heal up and flash. He doesn't have flash. So, like, you should be posturing to stand, like, right here.
Okay.
Because this is no pressure CSing. And see, this is the default for anything under plat. Is if I
Okay.
draw 3 lines, and this is like where the minions meet, ADC 1 will stand here. ADC 2 will stand here. And they'll just CS, and neither will put any pressure on the other. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
And then some support will all in, and then this ADC will rush forward to try to do something, but it's largely too late. Or this one will rush forward to try to do something, but it's largely too late. Right? But this is what Olympic Elo CSing looks like, bronze, silver, gold. Is I stand here, you stand there. Right? Break that pattern. If you stand here, then it pushes him back.
Okay.
Or he is forced to trade with you to CS. That gets real tired, particularly if your support stands here. And by the way, right now, his support is here. There is no reason he should even be allowed within EXP range. Right? Because that should be the threat, is we're going to all in you even if you walk up at all. So instead of standing here and here, you should be standing here and here. That's zone stance. Right? Like this is CS, this is zoning. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And if you're standing here, it pushes him all the way back to here. He doesn't get EXP for any of these dying minions. You lock him at level 3. Because he needs to pay a price for his support leaving. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
Now there's a smell you can feel.
But your support can't do it alone. Look where he's standing. He's on the zone line. And he's doing it by himself. You need to be on the zone line, because you can still shoot backwards and hit this minion. But you need to be up here.
But bring the tools of war.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And okay, so right here, Set walks in from right here, and he and Twitch both walk forward, and they push Alistair from back here all the way to back here, right? If you were standing right here, they would have taken at least a W for that. They would have paid to get this space back, right? Because you're thinking about lane in terms of like paying for minions and health, right? You also pay for space and health the higher the level you get, right? If you want to move forward from here to here, you're going to pay for that in hit points. Like they're going to punish you for that, right? If they want to move from here to there, they have to pay in hit points to do it. And if you exert that kind of pressure and they don't, you automatically win lane. Okay?
Makes sense.
All right. I've seen 6 minutes and 30 seconds. That's all I need to really see for now. Because that in and of itself is something that you can work on right now.
No, yeah, I think that's really helpful, yeah.
All right, that needs to be the focus until you get me another video.
Okay.
Okay? Or I can watch the remaining 30 minutes of the 25 minutes of this video later and do that. But right now, that's the number one thing that I see is you need to be pressed forward more with your duo or whatever. So, and you can have your duo watch this video and just say, what would you have done? You know, where would you be? Something like that. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right. Do you have any questions for me?
No, that was pretty clear.
Okay. I think if you work on that, that'll, hit me up again in like a week and a half. And after you've worked on this for a while and it feels more normal, and then we can smooth that out and move on to another thing to do. Okay?
Sounds good.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
Thanks.